All right, everyone, welcome back to the JumpX podcast. We've got a special guest here, James, most improved athlete of the month for JumpX. All right, so yeah, we'll kick it off. Tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Um, well, I'll just tell you, I guess, how like my jump and dunk journey started, maybe. I honestly think one day I was just on Instagram and I was like scrolling reels because like I, I just do that. But I probably just saw something random. I think I saw maybe like an Isaiah Rivera post or like a Dunkademics post, like Tyler Curry or something like that. And I was like, that's actually sick. Like that's actually like the coolest thing I've ever seen. And it just kind of like blew my mind. And then I just started like jumping at school. Like I always played basketball and everything. So I just was like start jumping at school and then people would like look at me funny because it's like, what are you doing? Just jumping for no reason, touching the rim. But uh then I got really interested in like watching all the dunk community and everything. And I like to play sport, like basketball's my main thing. Studying at uni right now. Um I'm just happy to be here. So
Oh yeah, bro.
yeah.
So like, actually, go over on how old are you and what's your height?
Okay, well, I'm 18. Uh, you know, I am 5'10" without shoes, 5'11" in shoes. What does Steph Curry say? But I don't play basketball without shoes, so I just say I'm 5'11". Um, Standing reach, 7'8", and last time I tested on a vert tech was 36 inches. Or Huck would say like 30, 34, because he's like taking a piss, but yeah.
Okay, awesome. And so we're gonna talk about why we gave James Athlete of the Month, Tom.
Yeah, because I feel like you wanted it for quite a while. Athlete of the month. You definitely brought it up a few times. Um, but yeah, like what were the dunks that you reckon, put you over the line?
Well, um, so I only had my first dunk, before the month of August, lobbed through me. I
Hmm.
mean, lob. Tom threw me a lob. I got it in with my left hand, and that was my first ever dunk on 9/11. And then, um, took a little bit, but then when August started, we went into that, and I got my first right hander, so my second ever dunk ever, and I got that off of Chris's lob, and that was like maybe a week into August, and then next week after that, or maybe 2 weeks after that, I think I was practicing throwing myself lobs. Still terrible at it, but I was trying. But I jumped like a million times, then I got a right hand self lob. I put that one in.
Yeah.
I think that was after that. And then the next week, I think I got my first left hand self lob, and kind of at that stage, I was kind of like, I'll be kind of like funny if like I could go for like athlete of the month or something like that. But then like you guys had messaged me or something like that, like, oh, you've really improved or something like that, and you said something like that kind of like changed my mindset. You said, oh, athlete of the month potential, and I was like, oh well, yeah, I might as well just put my head down and like go for it because it'd be like a really cool goal to set for myself.
Mhm.
So I went for it, but interrupted myself. But yeah, after that, not too long after that, I hit in the same session. I hit myself lob two hander. I felt like I hit that one pretty good, and I also hit my first off dribble dunk. And you wanted me to go for a backboard lob, but
I didn't even know you hit a dribble dunk.
you didn't know that. Tom
No.
saw it in
I saw
person.
it in
Yeah,
person, yeah.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't
no,
know you hit
no,
a.
no recording, but yeah, Tom
Bro,
That's
saw it.
insane.
he will always hit his new breakout dunk, like jump 1057 into the session. It's never at the start when you're jumping your best, which is kind of funny.
Nah, I don't know. I just get maybe I just get I get like the what's the word for it? Like when there's less people on the court and you just can't you get your rhythm. Sorry, you get your rhythm. Like
Mhm.
whether it's with the lob or with
Okay.
with the dribble. Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. So, like, just to clarify, where did you start before joining JumpX? And then obviously you've talked about where you are now. You're dunking off dribble. You're hitting lob one-handers with left and right hand, and you're hitting.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I should be punching these one-handers. Like I've realized that I can just bring the ball down way more. Like because I still subconsciously have that mindset where I have to push it on an angle because I don't jump low enough, or in my mind I don't. But I jump high enough, so I feel like I should be able to bring the ball actually down. Like, would you guys agree with that?
I would agree.
Yeah.
Well, you're getting like there on the rim, so
Mm.
Where
Oh,
did
and
you where did you start though before
oh,
you
where did
did?
I start? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was only like before I joined JumpX, I was only like, you know, grabbing rim single hand, or if it was my best jump, I could grab it double hand. That was pretty much it.
Okay. So you,
Yeah.
you started off grabbing rim and
Yeah,
now you're
dunking
getting
tennis
your wrist
ball.
well above the rim,
Yeah.
like literally able to push. Like I remember one day at the end of this when I stopped jumping, like I was walking past and then like you're like flying and then you're getting like your arm like this high above the ring and you're like missing dunks. And I'm like, bro, you're
Yeah.
literally jumping like 45 inches.
Yeah, I
Missing dunks.
45. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I just thought that was insane, you know?
Yeah,
So,
it's pretty
yeah.
frustrating to be unskilled
So
at
how many
dunking.
inches do we think that is you've gained?
I'd say 5, 4 to 5, like realistically.
Yeah,
45 realistically.
in a couple months.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, for sure. I'd
With
say so.
You
that,
weren't you weren't untrained though. I wouldn't say you were untrained.
No,
yeah,
I have a lot of jump reps, which is actually would make it more impressive for your guys coaching to take someone who doesn't, because theoretically, if I didn't have a lot of jump reps, then you could just prescribe me jumps and I'd get better at jumping in no time, right?
6 days a week.
But yeah, yeah, yeah. But oh well, I don't get
yeah,
what's that?
jump reps for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Program. If you just
Wait,
had done any training.
to be
Yeah.
fair though, the amount you jump on Saturday, that's like the equivalent of someone jumping every day throughout the week.
Is
Like
it?
you just
Oh
average
shit.
it out.
Yeah,
Bro,
it's not sustainable. I started
happy.
getting pain, so
Yeah.
No, I remember you getting in the WhatsApp complaining about pain. And I was just like, for fuck's sake, start counting your jump reps.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You're gonna pay for it so hard.
yeah.
But
Well, I've
this
definitely
guy's
dropped off
jumping like
my jumps now.
how long do you jump for? Like 2 to 3 hours?
Yeah, easily if I want to. But that's also because I was going for athlete of the month. I was going for particular dunks. I was like, oh, got to hit self lob. And then I remember Riley one weekend. He was like, working his shift or whatever. He's like, why are you still here? It was like 3:30 or something like that. I was like, I'm trying to get the dunk, bro.
Yeah, because you start
That's
at
funny as
12.
fuck.
But to put in perspective, we start at 12 dunking, right? And then we have this other athlete, Riley, that comes and jumps with us. He might jump for an hour, 12 to 1, and then he has to start work after. And bro's like
Yeah,
done his
shout
jump
out.
session. Now he's like 2 hours into his work shift.
Yeah,
And he's still seeing you jumping when you
yeah,
start.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
funny.
that's pretty funny. Now shout out Riley though. He's pretty insane. Just I don't know. I like to the way I describe his jump is just like airstrike. Like I don't know. That's what I like to call it.
What do you mean airstrike?
Like I don't know. Like he just like it's like bro, you better like watch out when he's coming up. Like yeah, it's pretty
Yeah, he
crazy.
just kind of floats up, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah. He could
Yeah,
easily windmill.
Oh yeah,
he
yeah.
could. Yeah, yeah. It's just technique for him, but he's a volleyball player, so
You could win more James.
Oh,
yeah.
theoretically.
Off the lob for sure.
Yeah, if you can get your wrist above the ring, you can e-spay too, right?
What did
Yeah,
Jacob Yoon say on the
Wait, is
last?
that a thing now? That has to be.
yeah.
Oh,
Did
fuck.
Jacob Yoon say if you touch 10-5, you can lost and found theoretically?
Yeah, he did, eh?
Yeah,
What?
that's crazy.
No, 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 no. But like the fuck thing is, it's like sort of true. Like it's actually sort of true.
Yeah, if
But
you're a
like
video game
especially no,
character.
but it's like
Yeah.
it's like more true for like shorter like you or Tom when you have more air time.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, whereas like someone like fucking Gavin at 6'8", Like, yeah, getting his wrist around above the rim. He's like in the air like
1 millisecond.
quarter of the time of you
Yeah,
guys, even though
yeah.
you're touching the same, you know?
Mm,
Good
yeah.
point. Good point.
And then the range of motion on trick dunks is insane too. If you like if you're 7 foot, the range of motion to doing a windmill. Like, have you guys seen Giannis windmill? Like the
Oh yeah, it's an actual windmill, bro. It turns into an actual
yeah,
windmill.
it's like yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a real life windmill. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a real life windmill.
like the machine. Yeah, the range of motion is that big.
He's like making some grain in there or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's insane. It's just yeah, it's funny. So, but it's like when someone's sprinting, someone's shorter that's sprinting. You
Mm.
know, the amount of ground contacts you make between the same distance as someone that's taller because their strides are longer. It's like the same thing.
That's an underrated.
Wow.
Underrated athlete is actually Su Bin Tiang. I think his name is. He's a Chinese guy,
Yeah.
but he actually, yeah, Tom. Do you know
I've seen a
Su?
documentary.
Yeah. Oh, that was like the most like motivational thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, got the fastest 60-meter time, and he doesn't get talked about enough. Everyone knows, Usain, but this guy's insane as well.
It's like 5'6".
Or maybe.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick. So going back to you, Jaden, just to clarify, that's why you won Athlete of the Month. You went from like grabbing rim to like hitting two
Yeah,
hands.
I'd say like yeah, I went from like tennis ball dunking to like two-hander. Yeah. And then we can talk about how close my off backboard attempts were, but no one cares if you don't make it, but you know.
You're gonna have to start windmilling, dude.
I wanna start repping it out a shit ton.
I love windmill.
Mm, mm,
Because
yeah.
how high were you touching,
Yeah,
Tom, when
yeah.
you windmilled?
Hmm?
How high were you touching when you windmilled, Tom?
10-10. Because I measured it on my home rim. Like I put my home rim up to 10-10, and I was just like grazing it with my finger.
Yeah. I don't know if I could touch 10. Actually, theoretically, I should be able to touch 10-10.
No, you could definitely touch 10-10.
Really? Wow, that's kind of crazy. That's weird. Because you estimated I had 38 in one session, and I tested 36 by touching 10-8, so it would make sense.
Well, when you tested that 10-6, that was not your best day.
10-8.
Oh,
One of
10-8.
my, yeah, well, I actually got new shoes after that as well. So like, yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah. Well, I can
got
see
leaner.
the windmill. Like I can see you throwing it from the left side. I'm assuming you dunk it with your left, right? Left, right.
I'd probably have to do it with my left to get
It'd be
my
easy
first
with
one.
your left for
Yeah.
sure. Like Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. You're gonna have to start low reaming.
Is Austin left,
Oh.
right? Or
Yeah.
yeah, of course, right. Don't know
Yeah.
how I wouldn't remember that. It's like just say you jump every weekend.
Yeah, you just know when someone's on the opposite side, they're the opposite plan.
Yeah.
No, but you have to start low reaming heats. Like
Yeah.
low windmill to get a feel for it. Because I feel like you're at the stage where you haven't even tried it. So you kind of be in like the baby giraffe phase of like learning
I
a dunk.
yeah.
Where
Bro,
like, Tom, do you remember? Tom, do you remember when I was first trying to learn a lob windmill and I would just like
Bro, it
glitch
looked
out, like,
disgusting.
my controller would disconnect, but I
Right.
just couldn't wrap my head around it. I would like lob it and then I would just like glitch out, not know what to do next.
Yeah, I swear you'd always lob it, but you wouldn't wait for it. You just lob it and go straight after it. And by the time the ball hit the ground, you were like already going for your jump. So you do the windmill and you're at the top, but you haven't even hit the peak of your jump yet. So you're just like trying to finish on the net or some shit.
Yeah, it was whack. So I feel like you're at that stage, James. So if you like low rimming, like that'll speed up.
Yeah, I think before I turn windmill into a priority, I definitely want to just get more consistent at actually dunking it. Because like I feel like personally I should be dunking, at least half my dunks.
You know, it'd be a
But
sick dunk for you, like going up, catching it with two hands, and then finishing with one. Finishing with your right hand.
oh, like a what do you call
Yeah.
it? Transfer
It'll
type
give you a
thing.
lot more control. Well, not even a transfer. You just catch it, then
Oh,
you switch to run, throw it in. And you can punch the shit out of that and make it look disgusting.
Yeah.
okay.
But when you do your off the dribble, you do
You do it like that.
Yeah, you go.
You do it like that.
Yeah. That's just
Yeah.
because like I need the arm swing, so I need to go up with two hands.
Yeah.
Like when I did my off dribble, like it wasn't on film, so like it's kind of whack. But I like really tried to exaggerate the push and push step, like John Evans and Isaiah Rivera talk about, And I also, when I was like low rimming it, I figured out like if you hold the ball kind of like further under, then you don't need to actually get as high on top of the ball to push it down. Like you kind of finish on a 45 type angle if you start with it under, and then kind
Yeah,
of stuff you have to figure out.
that instead of going like up and then trying.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. So we've got off the backboard for you, which you don't actually go straight off the backboard. You do a bounce and then off the
Yeah, it's
backboard.
just way too difficult for me to go straight off the backboard just because of speed. Like,
But as you
or
get stronger, you
maybe
gotta just walk into it and
But what do
jump.
you mean?
like me and Tom agreed that I had to go off the floor first and then off backboard because of the speed that I come in with. Like I just lose all my vert if I don't have a low speed, I feel like.
Yeah,
Would
so
you
like
would you agree?
what do you mean like lobbing off the backboard?
Like
Like,
when I was doing my version of it, I'd throw it off the floor
oh,
first and
oh
then it would
yeah.
go off the backboard.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if I come running in and then try and bounce it off the backboard, it's like I don't know, I just couldn't do it. Maybe I need to practice it more, but
Okay.
Comes
And
off
then
quick.
so what you're saying, Tom James should lob it normally.
No, I'm saying the way he is doing it is probably going to be his best bet right now when he's not
Uh
like obviously when he gets stronger he'll be able to like just jog
yeah.
into it and chuck it off and do that way.
Yeah, because I'm very
yeah.
weak in the weight room, is what I've noticed
But you're
in
weak.
comparison to everyone else.
You're good. That's a good
Jump
segue.
quickly.
That's a good segue. So what are your current numbers? Like what are you lifting right
I
now?
have to embarrass myself.
What?
Um, like, what do you want to like I'm not talking about my bench. We don't need to talk about that. But I'll talk about my squat. So if I go ask the grass with a pause, I can squat. Yeah, I can squat 105 kilos for 5, ask the grass with the 1 second pause. And then if it's like a half squat, I can do like, 120, 125 for 5. But it's really,
Like
yeah, I know it's not good at all
105 with a pause, so you probably could do like 115 without a pause
for for 5.
for five.
Like with a
110.
bounce, with a bounce at the bottom.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. Yeah, 110. Yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
more like it.
Okay. That's not too bad, bro. That just
And
shows what potential you have.
and my deadlift is like 140 times 5. It's pretty poor as well, but
All right.
Yeah, but like you just started and you're like 18.
Yeah, I've been lifting sub-optimally for a little bit. Like, yeah, I wasn't doing strength like rep ranges like
Like,
until I joined JumpX pretty much.
but obviously, like for you to jump how you want to probably jump, you got to get far stronger, and you're not strong enough. But
Hmm.
like for your age and like where you're at, like you're doing pretty well, you know.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, for
Like
sure.
I know Stevie's pretty
you're
young.
already you're already ahead of Tom, right?
I was
At
literally
18.
about to say that.
I don't know.
You no, for when did you turn 18?
June. End of June.
Oh yeah, what bro? Strength wise, like blow me out of the water for
Yeah,
sure. And
Really?
I'd
yeah.
say
You
that
blow
wise.
me, bro. You blow me out of the water too. I wasn't even training legs the first 2 years I went gym.
Oh yeah. I remember Tom said once he did a reverse bro split when he was like younger. That's kind of what I did for a little bit. Then I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
oh no, I actually want to have a decent upper. So yeah,
reverse bro split. Yeah, I love that.
reverse bro split. And then I did a bro split for a little bit. But no,
Well,
you can't do that on JumpX. Follow your training.
Yeah.
Yeah. I say that, then I jump a million times on Saturday. So,
but if you're
but
gonna
I,
go on a program, that's the one we'd want you to do. We don't want you to fucking smash biceps for 2 hours on a Friday before your dunk session. Like
yeah.
we'd have
What
done.
would that would like be not good. You wouldn't even be able to like lift your arm up to dunk or something
No,
like
you wouldn't let straighten your arm.
that.
Have you had really bad DOMs in your biceps before?
Yeah. When
Like
I
you
was
literally
when
you
I was
literally walk
bulking,
literally walk around like this. You can't even like straighten your arm.
yeah.
I remember going to my high school graduation after doing like
Did you
barbell
get a
bicep
pump
curls.
before
No, I
you
didn't get a
graduate?
pump,
Oh,
but I had
okay.
like mad DOMs. I was just standing there and my arms just wouldn't straighten. Like in all the
Yeah,
photos, my arms are slightly bent because my biceps are that tight.
yeah, right.
When I was standing, they just didn't lengthen.
Yeah, when I was bulking, oh,
Uh,
this is actually a side note. After I sprained my ankle, for the 7th time back in like December or something, I was like, oh, may as well just bulk because like it's like a terrible idea, by the way. in terms of like jumping. Like don't do a bulk, like dirty. Don't do a dirty bulk. But I was like, oh, I might as well get big, and because my ankle, I can't do anything for it. And then I just like got fat, pretty much.
Bro,
And I came back from that. Yeah.
I remember. Oh, first of all, I remember when you messaged me that in December or whenever it happened, like end of last year.
Yeah.
I do remember that. But I will say your physique, being on JumpX has come quite a fair way, I would say.
You reckon?
Well, from the start, for sure.
Well, it's harder to tell from, my own perspective because, you get stuff like body dysmorphia and everything. But yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, you can't tell. I feel like it's harder to tell for yourself. Yeah.
Body dysmorphia. That's why
Oh, like I'd like even if I'm bigger than I used to be, like I'll probably be like, oh, I'm not that big anyway. Because you just compare yourself to like the higher ends of social media and everything.
yeah, that's why social media is so fucking
Yeah. Yeah.
toxic, and that's where it just like if you if you're like prone to that sort of like mindset, you can fucking just like quickly enter depression just through looking at social media too much. So that's where I find it's like good to like not follow all those guys.
Mm. Yeah, I've got to unfollow you, Tom. You're too aesthetic. And like, geez,
Yeah, just unfollow Tom. Fuck Tom.
yeah, exactly. And Austin, but it's harder to feel out because you're taller.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
like,
Lanky for life. Yeah.
oh, well, it's like you can even have body dysmorphia against like yourself, like comparing yourself
Oh
with
yeah.
like during the gym, like your health.
Yeah.
This is amazing. You go home and 3 hours later, you're like, well, why do I even work out, man?
Yeah, pretty much.
But you can even get dunk dysmorphia as well.
Oh, for sure.
You know?
That's actually a really good point. Like I said to someone once, dunking is like I feel like it's one of the sports that is most like an addictive drug. Like you're literally getting high and then and then you come down like maybe it's like later on in the day like immediately after and you're blasting caffeine or whatever in your dunk session and it's like one of those things like personally I feel like yeah I just feel like on top of the world when I'm dunking and then the next day I feel like oh I can't dunk right now so it's like it sucks.
First dunk depression, baby.
Yeah, exactly, dunk depression. Yeah.
The thing.
Well, I feel like part of that is just because your CNS is destroyed as well.
Oh, probably. Yeah, definitely.
Because I find the same
Dopamine.
thing. Some days I feel like even if I sleep 10 hours, I just feel
Mm,
fucked. You
yeah.
know? Because like dunking, for like an hour even, then sprinting, then doing upper body.
Yeah. Yeah. The sprints is what get me. I'd actually
Yeah.
rather sprints are more draining for me than doing like a lot of jumps. I feel like maybe it's just because I'm more motivated to do jumps, so
Yeah.
the effort is
See,
relatively lower.
yeah.
No, facts. Facts. But it's like, yeah, with dunk dysmorphia, that even people can get too caught up comparing themselves to other dunkers on social media too, and then you know, like never think they're good and all that sort of stuff, and even just
Mm.
comparing like when you have a bad day, you're comparing your bad day to your good
Yeah.
day, and it's just
Yeah.
not even fair on
Oh,
yourself.
I
You know,
can't 360 kamikaze. Oh my, let's
I
actually
have,
do it,
yeah.
man.
Oh fuck, yeah. Oh fuck, hit a windmill today. Oh, who cares when Isaiah
Yeah.
60 kamikaze? Who cares?
Yeah, bro,
That
what's the
good.
point?
Yeah, that's
I
the
can't, I
point.
can't 360 behind the back
Yeah.
between the legs. It's like I should just give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking hell. No, but like, what really helps out, I think, is comparing, like, for example, right? Your like obviously make sure you're comparing your bad days to your bad days, then your good days to your good days. And if you're going to compare as well,
Mm.
comparing, your like even your jump sessions now to like a year ago or 6 months ago, you'll probably find that your breakout sessions are like your average as fuck sessions now.
Mm. Yeah, exactly.
You know?
That's what really helps ground you. It's like you should look at
Yeah.
your floor instead of your ceiling. Yeah. Like you guys have talked about that before.
Yeah.
It's like exactly.
Like, I find myself doing the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
it's
know?
just like natural.
Yeah.
I think people try and like you shouldn't like avoid trying to do it too much because then it's like it's in the back of your mind anyway. Like, oh, block these thoughts out, but that's just gonna make them come through more. So
But even when you're like injured, just recognizing that you're injured and not having the expectations that you're gonna dunk how you did before, you know? And as long as slowly over time things are getting
mm,
better,
mm,
you know? It's a win, it's a W.
exactly.
So and just being grateful for the fact that you can fucking dunk now.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
people can't dunk, you
If
know?
I ever sprain my ankle at a session, just know that I died inside. Like at that exact moment, my soul is completely shattered and destroyed. All right. But like, yeah,
Well as your ankle.
yeah. My ankle.
Yeah.
Wait, is it your right or left ankle?
It's my right ankle. Done the same
Oh,
one every single time. Yeah. I was talking to Brendan Humby about when you're a 1 foot jumper, it's like if you sprain the right ankle, you're all good, right? Like you just jump off the other one. But because he jumps off his left, he sprained his right. But like with 2 foot jumpers, it's a complete different thing.
Yeah, he jumps left, right.
Off
So
his 2 foot, yeah. But
so
usually goes off one.
and yeah, you use more of the right ankle in that point. So that's where his 2 foot
Yeah.
might
Yeah, it's
hit
more
your back.
time under tension. Yeah.
Yeah. Or a
That's why
bit.
people get confused when they have like leg imbalances, but like when they 2 foot jump, it's like, but you have more time under tension in one leg, so it should theoretically be strong, like I guess stronger in that leg, right?
Yeah, my left quad anterior muscle way more defined and even strength wise there is an imbalance. Even my left glute is better.
Mm.
Um I know Tom, it's like the opposite for you, right?
my right leg's stronger, like in weight room, I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
elastic wise, my left all day.
Yeah, that's how it's meant to be.
Yeah.
Your 2 foot.
Yeah.
James, what
Yeah,
about
I'm more elastic on the right foot and stronger on the left because time under tension.
yeah.
Exactly. It's just time
That's
ground contact on.
yeah, that's very normal. That's very normal. Because like the
Yeah.
plant leg, you're a bit stiffer.
Mm.
Sorry, not the plant leg, the block foot, you're a bit
Yeah.
stiffer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Wait,
then when you
actually,
plant it, huh?
speaking of we were talking about injuries before. How is your Achilles
On my
going?
Achilles, yeah, I mean, fine right now. I mean, I had a little bit,
What?
um, I had a little bit of pain when I was doing sprints for Curtin Uni yesterday. I'll shout out Ash. She was actually like, "Oh, you should win, right? You're on Tom's team." Well, like it wasn't a race, but like we were just doing sprint testing. But yeah, I had to opt out of the beep test. Thank God, because I had Achilles flare up. So
Yeah, that was really, really bad.
yeah, played basketball a little bit after, but
We've
I
actually
managed.
talked about this, James.
What's
Like
that?
the car, we were talking about like how during uni when you have to like do tests on yourself, or whatever, it like can fuck with your training.
It's so annoying. I'm like, bro, I
Yeah.
don't want to do it. It's like it just sounds like I don't want to. Like I would do a test, but like sometimes I'm just like, no, I really don't want to do it because it's messing with my training. Like I
Whereas
really,
I
yeah,
know I can just be like, yo, I don't see it on here.
yeah, exactly. It's not on my program.
Austin said I can't sprint. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, just so
yeah.
you confess that Tom's gonna give you a big smack if you go
Mm,
off program.
mm.
I'm
I
watching.
wanted to, yeah. I want to talk about when I first actually found out about you guys when I saw you.
Okay.
Like, I want to describe like so I'm just playing basketball with my friends, right? Just cooking up as I do. No, I'm just kidding.
Definitely.
But so then I look over, and I think the first one I actually saw was it was either Sean or Tom, but I just remember like seeing that, and I was like, what? Because at that point I'd already been like following Isaiah Rivera and everything for like maybe like 2 years or something like that. And this was in year 11, so this would be 2021. But I just saw that and I just saw this random dunk session going on. And it's like blew my mind. I was like, oh, okay, that's actually the coolest thing ever. Like I have to go speak to these guys. And you like usually I'm not like just like walk up speak to some random person. But I was like, yeah. I was like, I saw KB with the tennis ball. I was like, I want to see that. And I think I got my first tennis ball dunk. And it was like euphoric when I got it in front of everybody.
I remember
And that
that.
was like that's kind of like my story. You remember that day? Yeah, I think there was one athlete you used to have back then as
Nick.
well. I can't remember his name.
Nick. The 1
Nick?
foot, like 6'2"?
Yeah, he's like skinny, like I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah. And then I got another tennis ball dunk like maybe like 2 weeks later or something like that. And then yeah, that's kind of when I started taking it a little more seriously. Started trying to like learn about more stuff. And I like contacted Tom and I was like, this is it. Seems like a really valuable guy to like have and try and learn from. And he like answered my questions about training and shit. So it's really good. Yeah. And then eventually I was like one day I was like, oh, hop on JumpX and I hopped on silver. And then I was like, nah, I think I want to go gold. And yeah. And then
Mhm.
been
Wait, was it?
Insane.
It was like middle court, but like towards the back, but not the furthest back one. It was like,
I think it was the front court when you first walk in, but it was the one on the side, like close to the windows of Arc. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, and it was you and Anthony that came over, right?
Yeah, and me and Anthony. Yeah,
Awesome. Sick, man.
yeah. Anthony Santoro. He gave me my pre-workout. Shout out. Yeah.
No, that reminds me, I gotta get more pre-workout.
Yeah. It's
Thanks.
optimal for dunk session. Not like Alex sniffing creatine. Not sniffing, but like, you know.
Wait, what?
No,
I don't know.
I actually have Alex's pre-workout in my car, by the way. He gave it to me
What?
to keep it safe and to guard it so that he doesn't take it anymore.
Yeah, oh yeah, because he's a caffeine fiend.
Because he just kept taking too much.
Yeah.
So I've got his free in my car just sitting there.
Yeah, I had a coffee for the first time this morning because I like just felt terrible waking up. I was like, oh, I've got to be like alert for the podcast.
Oh, so you only have caffeine on Saturdays.
Yeah, just to be optimal about it. To
No wonder you
peak.
jump so high.
Yeah, because I'm like basically having my
That's the
exactly.
secret, guys. Just blast caffeine and you're gonna jump.
No, I
Wow.
seriously think that's like a good tip is like if you can, don't take caffeine unless it's a Saturday. Like if you're serious about peaking on the Saturday, peak. I use the word loosely because you're not deloading or anything, but yeah, that's what I do personally.
Yeah, that's the only day I take pre, so
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
And I always take even if it's not on the program, I take a contrast shower just because it wakes me up, gets me really like, energized.
Yeah, the adrenaline.
Yeah, yeah,
That's insane, bro. That's
yeah.
insane.
I took a contrast shower before this just to like wake me up as well.
That's good. That's what you want, man. Guys dedicated.
No,
Okay, so
cold showers underrated.
what are your goals?
My goals,
Yeah.
like long term or short term.
Next year. Next
Both.
year goals.
Next year, like
Or
by
goals.
this time next year or by the end of the end of the
End of
year.
next. Well, we're basically at the end of the year. So just think now to end of next year.
No,
What
I
do
gotta be windmilling by then for sure.
No.
What?
No, I'm gonna
What do you-
say, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He said East Bay in his mind. That's fucking crazy though. East Bay is.
Definitely possible.
I know we're not supposed to talk about like, oh, how many inches can you put on in this time? It's like dangerous topic.
Dangerous topic.
No, it is. No, seriously. Because if I asked you guys, oh, how many inches could I actually do you seriously think I could put on with good training? And then it's like,
This one.
what?
You hitting them with the gun, bro. One question.
We're talking about jumping though, right?
Yeah, jump. Okay, bro.
What the
Yes,
fuck?
I knew it. Okay, bro. My dad told me he was going to watch this podcast.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Shout out.
it's pretty awesome.
Okay, all right, yeah. So jumping. All right. So how many inches can you put on your jump? All right.
By the end of the next week. I mean, next year, not next week. Fuck's sake. Half an inch.
Oh,
No, oi Tom. I don't know if I can talk. I don't think I can talk about this on podcast. But I gotta seriously talk to you about something that can very quickly add inches to our vertical, but it's super sus. But I'll talk to you about it off podcast. But it doesn't matter. Anyways, getting
wait.
back to the podcast.
Austin's got the
Huh?
secret, bro. Austin's about to speak.
No.
He's just like, oh, just take meth.
Yeah.
Like, bro, it's crazy.
No. We're actually. If this, no, Tom. I'm being dead serious. We're gonna experiment with this. Like this is a you're gonna laugh when I tell you, but we're actually genuinely gonna experiment with this. And if it works, then yeah, we'll tell everyone. But if it doesn't, then we whatever.
What
But it
should
doesn't
be
matter anyway.
fucking hip raises or something?
Progesterone or something like that.
No. It's
That's
like
not a
not
steroid,
something
guys, by the way.
something
That's yeah.
like no one would ever think of.
Oh,
No one
okay.
would ever think of.
Oh, so
But
Yeah.
this is real. This is like you're not
no,
taking
this
the.
is real. No, this is
1,000 calf raises a day. Yeah, there you go.
no.
Shaq did it.
Okay, so anyways, getting back to the
Oh
podcast.
man.
Your goals. Yeah, your goals.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
If East Bay is realistic by the end of the year, yeah, I want an East Bay, but I definitely want to be.
End of year.
But in the next year, no, next year.
Okay.
Not this year. I did
I
not
wouldn't
think I
say
could
that's
possibly get East Bay
unrealistic.
by
I
the end
wouldn't
of
say
the
that's unrealistic. If you like hit a windmill by the end of this year, I wouldn't say it's unrealistic for you to
year.
East
What does
Bay.
it say? It's basically October.
But if you
If
want
I,
to do
yeah,
that, you need to start lowering it.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
Bro, I reckon like this is gonna sound dumb as fuck, but the way you're jumping and the way you're progressing with jumping, I mean, I kind of told you this in the car park, but you have the good side. Like there's like two sides of dunking and jumping, and you have the good problem where you jump high but your technique's dog shit. You'd rather have that issue than have good technique
My technique is bad
for
for
dunking.
jumping.
No, for dunking.
Oh, for dunking. I was
for
like,
dunking.
bro, my jump technique. I try. Yeah, okay.
No.
I was like
That's,
triggered for a second.
but
You're
your
at JumpX. We're just straight up with our athletes, man.
Oh no, yeah, no, it's
yeah.
better to be straight up. Like if you
Yeah.
can't handle criticism, you're not gonna make progress. Like
yeah, but if you low rim, bro, like
low
and you're
rim.
getting that, you're fucking forearm on the rim.
Yeah.
I would
No, but
argue
like,
that you can
but
win
if
with-
you're gonna low rim, you need to like make sure you're low rimming with max jump
Yeah.
still.
That's the problem I have because I get knee pain just when I jump on concrete and my backyard's concrete. Even though I used to jump on concrete like
Well, just don't
100
jump
times a
1,000
day
times.
in high
Just
school.
don't jump 1,000 times. Just
Okay,
start with
true.
20 jumps.
Yeah. All right.
And build from there.
All right.
All right. Build that discipline muscle, bro. Yeah.
My mind's being blown right now. I can jump less than 50 times in a session.
Yeah.
It's like unheard of for you.
I feel like what would actually help that too is just like not take, if you're gonna low rim, don't take caffeine too.
I don't.
Yeah.
Low rimming. No, that's crazy.
Yeah, don't because then yeah because you'll fatigue out quicker too. But okay, so your goals. All right, so that's your goals. You want to windmill by the end of this year, and you want to be East Bay by the end of next year.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that
possible.
was my goal, but now it is. Sure.
What's your goal now?
No, actually, just short term, like in the next month, I just want to get consistent enough to dunk. Like right now, I'm probably dunking like 1 out of 20 times, bro. Like at most or something.
No, but that's the thing. No, but that's the thing. Like,
I just want to get consistent.
I kind of like I like watching someone like you jump, but I also get pissed off watching someone like you.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
you can dunk like literally every single rep.
Yeah, probably.
My
My mate Jordan said it was satisfying to watch when I posted a reel of me missing like
Really?
easy dunks. I was like, he's preying on my downfall. He's not, but like,
Oh,
yeah, satisfying to watch like close missed dunks, I guess.
that's good. You're a hater now, so
No, he's not. He's not a hater. No, but yeah, hell, he gave me my lifting straps for my birthday. He's a real cool guy.
I remember when Tom used to tell me to make burner accounts and hate on him for motivation.
Hey, offer still stands, bro.
Huh?
I'll start doing that, bro.
I remember you sending me a text message one day, like, "Oi, bro, can you get on your burner account and like hate on my posts because I need motivation?"
That's actually great.
Session
That's actually great.
right now.
Oh yeah, that's a good topic though. Like, I remember. What can I talk about other podcasts? Can I just like mention a podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember PJF. He talked about like how levels of motivation are just like the energy systems, like the ATP like PC system. It's like most short fueled, but it's like highest like energy yield. That's like if you have a chip on your shoulder to prove someone wrong. That's like that energy system.
Mhm.
And then the next one is kind of like your passion. That's like the middle system. It's like I think they call it lactic acid, and then the aerobic like long term is like your purpose. So what keeps you like living, I guess, or something like that.
You're
I like
absolutely right. And that's
Yeah.
part of the reason why I post height and rim height in dunks.
Mm.
And then people go, "Oh, 9 foot, bro." And then I get
Yeah,
that.
it's
hate on
9 foot
that
rim. We
person.
do dunk on a 9 foot rim. What do you mean?
like
Oh, yeah.
8'11".
No, sorry, bro. It's actually 9.1.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're gonna, bro, if you're gonna, you know,
Hmm.
talk shit,
And
get
you
it.
and you're 6'10". No, but you do actually look taller in the video. Like
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I know.
it's ridiculous.
Hmm. But I suppose like someone like you, right? If you film from like the right angle, you can look fucking crazy in video. You can look like 5'5" in video.
Yeah. Oh, because I'm so tiny. Yeah. No, guys, come on.
Maybe you should just maybe that's what you should post on your dunkers now.
5'5" dunker.
5'5",
That's
five
fine.
five, 10-1 rim.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. 10-1
Yeah,
room. No,
that's
9'11". We do dunk on 9'11", guys, and it's valid. I'm pretty sure that's a valid height in the dunk community because it's only
oh,
1 inch lower, right?
well, Jordan Fugana himself says he wouldn't count a dunk if it's on lower than 9, 10.5. Like that's the lowest
Mm.
credible height.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's from the
Go.
best in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
yeah,
tough to say. It's
yeah.
tough.
So
It's tough to say at this point because
What dunking it is.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
mm. Actually, like just on the topic of like Isaiah Rivera and stuff like that, like me and Tom were talking about like it's not just him. I'm thinking like how far could you push it in terms of vertical? Because we know that he's officially tested 50.5, and Tom maybe reckons he could get a particular number if he keeps training a particular way. But like, yeah, how far do you think an athlete could take it? Like maybe you consider genetics, consider training, consider like
Well,
everything.
I don't think we've seen the limit yet. Like
Yeah, no,
imagine if someone like Chris Staples trained like Isaiah Rivera.
We'll never know though. It's too
yeah, we
old.
are. Yeah. Mm. I don't know how many clips of Staples I've seen him
Well, I don't think
lifting, squatting or something.
I just genuinely don't think we've seen the limit yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, I honestly think
People still think
Isaiah.
it's possible to jump 50. But yeah, sorry, go on, Tom.
Yeah, exactly.
I interrupted.
I was gonna say that I think Isaiah, because he's still on the younger side. Like he's only 26, I think, 25 or 26.
Yeah, don't know.
I don't see a reason why he couldn't test like 52, 52 and a
And
half.
that is insane. Like that is mind blowing.
Because leading up to his 50, even just like if you think like a year and a half back from that, he was stuck at 48 or something like similar, like 47 and a half, whatever, before he had the breakout. But it's like he's never like dedicated a full year to just training and jumping his highest. He's always got like a contest coming up or, he'll go play pickup, but, and he still tested 50 and a half. Obviously, his
Yeah.
training is very, very good, very dialed in. But say of a spectrum of 0% training, like following the program to 100, he was probably on like 85, 90 for the whole year. So imagine if he put his head down for like 2 years, no contests, no shows. Maybe like dunk camp, he'll peak for once and again, but
Yeah, but
no reason he can't go any higher than he is. Like,
would it actually be optimal to like cut out some of his dunk shows? Because then maybe he'd like I don't know, because he's pretty obsessed, but maybe he'd like lose a bit of motivation. Like if you're not getting, your hit of like a dunk show or something like that.
I think
Like
every 3 to 6 months, it'd be good to have like some kind of event show.
yeah, I actually think it'd be
That's its own
optimal,
training.
right?
Like that's its own fucking stimulus, getting that high adrenaline environment. And if you're not getting that throughout the year, then you're just having jump sessions by yourself, which is pretty dead.
Yeah, exactly. It's not motivating at all.
Yeah.
What's Austin got to say? He's got something funny or something
Yeah,
like
that's
No, I was just thinking about Wednesday sessions versus Saturday sessions.
that. Like, yeah.
Like
Actually depresses me that I jump one times a week, but I know like you guys programmed right. Like I'm not ready yet, probably, but yeah.
yeah.
Sometimes I'm just like I could go dunk right now, but I can't do that. It's not on the program.
Especially not now. If you got
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Gotta be a good boy now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember like just on that topic, like of how far you could push it. I remember watching a video like top 10 highest like jumpers in the world, and this guy who made the video genuinely put like, oh, 60 inches. It's like T-dub, 60-inch vertical.
Oh
And like,
no,
I believed it. Oh, Hit Boy, was it?
no, Gator Boy.
Oh, Gay Pui. Oh, I thought you said Hit Boy. I was like, that's a rapper or something like that. Yeah, Gay Pui. 60 inches, that's kind of crazy. Yeah.
It is. It is.
That's like how I dream in my dunks. Do you guys get those like dreams where you dunk and your like hips are at the rim? Like you jump?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I like jump in the rim in my dreams
I only
sometimes.
jump off vert in my dreams for some reason.
What?
It's fucking weird. Eh?
Do you want to be are you just, like trying to be like
I'm trying,
Chi? Are you trying to be Chi?
yeah,
Oh
apparently.
my gosh.
Always off vert and like 1% effort, and I'm just like,
Yeah. And you just do like a
it's stupid.
kamikaze or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
don't I don't have dream. I don't think I have dreams. But when a song I really like comes on, I like mentally play a montage of me dunking in my head.
Edit. Bro makes an
Yeah,
edit.
like
It's
I
very
create an edit of me dunking in my
yeah.
highlight edit. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But
exactly.
anyways, well, in the podcast off there. So if you guys are looking for jump training, click the link in our Instagram bio and you can apply for our coaching there. All right, guaranteed results in your first 30 days, or you get your money back. And we work with you for free until you are jumping higher. All right. So if you're keen, apply through the link and we'll catch you guys in the next podcast. Peace out.